Welcome everyone to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I've chosen 3 cards to lead you into your reading, and this week we have the hummingbirds to help you find the reading that's right for you. And for reading number 1, we have Epic Journey. You've flown so far already, keep your gaze on the horizon, for you're almost there. For reading number 2, we have Ruby Throat. Speak, write, create. The world needs to hear your song. And for reading number 3, we have Keen Vision. As you sharpen your focus, the course ahead becomes clear. So just take a moment to call all your energy back to yourself. Taking in a nice deep breath and just feeling yourself in this moment, here and now. Breathing through your heart space and see which card or cards draw you in. And I'll see you in the readings. Welcome, reading number 1. You chose the card Epic Journey. You've flown so far already. Keep your gaze on the horizon, for you're almost there. And this card, it's the horizon that you're seeing. I feel like you're in the middle of a project or a challenging time, or just in the middle of something going on. And when you get to the middle, sometimes you start to lose your confidence and your momentum and just like even your passion to keep going. And this card is really inviting you to keep going, to rededicate, reignite your passion and bring in that determination that you started with. And it can feel like you've sapped a lot of energy, but actually I hear that perhaps you should just take a little bit of time now just to, like I said, like recharge, reset, recharge, and then dive into whatever's going on. And just know that the horizon's there, you're almost there. You've come so far. Don't give up. And, that quote is a lot of people can give up right when they're about to make that breakthrough, or right when they're about to move through something, or right when things are about to change. So don't give up. Have hope and really feel into that. And I did make a little affirmation set of cards just a few weeks ago, and I thought I'd bring them in this week. They're not very pretty, but they are something that I've just put together. So let's see what they have to say for you as well. Be joy. Be joy. Don't take life too seriously. It is to be enjoyed thoroughly. So it goes very nicely with this card in that, when you're in that middle ground, sometimes you can lose that enthusiasm, like I said, and sometimes you can just kind of get stuck in a rut and just feel like you're not enjoying life. And I think when you start leaning into the joy and the happiness that's all around you that you can feel, that's when you'll find that new sense of repurpose, getting going again. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. I have a message for him with one and that one. Let's see what these guys have to say for you. Whoops. Interesting. Be joy, be peace with dove spirit, and time for a deep dive with swan spirit. Really interesting. It definitely feels like to move forwards, to get to the horizon that you can see. There's this time here in this space, and it's a perfect time of year for it. We're all wintering. Well, if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're wintering. And so it's a great time to just go within, find your inner resolve, your inner peace. So if you've been feeling so challenged by this journey, this epic journey that you're on, you're on this epic journey, big, joyful, epic journey that you're on. In fact, I'm going to move this Be Joy over here. I think that's going to work a little bit better. Can you sit there? Perfectly. And it's your chance now to this deep dive. It's really just, I feel like you have this chance now to take that time to lean into why you started, lean into why you're here, lean into why you're doing what you're doing, why you're moving through what you're moving through, and find your inner resolve again. Find your inner confidence. Find who you're really about. Let's see what the other cards have to say. I love it. It's 2 white birds. I feel like there's going to be clarity coming. So if you felt like you can't see through this darkness, through the challenge, see through where you are, there's a great lightness coming. You're going to be led through it. You're going to be able to see your way through it. Let's see what these cards have to say for you. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to be led through it. The Mystical Shaman is a really potent card within this deck. So we have Earthkeeper, and this is, like I said, this bee piece. I just feel like you have this opportunity to lean into Mother Earth and that energy and find that, I see all the red, find that passion, find that desire to keep going, to keep moving, to understand there's more to what's just going on around you. The Mystical Shaman is really a wonderful card to receive in this reading. I love the meaning behind the Mystical Shaman is that concept, the idea of consider the ability to live without attachment. So sometimes we're on a journey or we're going through challenging times and we just want the outcome so we can feel good. And that then we get attached to that being the thing that can help us feel better. And the Mystical Shaman wants you to really lean into how you're being and how you're feeling about what you want. You're called to create and dream your life, to act on inspiration and impulse without fixating on this known story of success or achievement. So it's really about surrendering and diving in, diving in without knowing the outcome, without knowing it's got to be a certain way for it to be right, without knowing your success. It really is about taking that faith that you're going to make it through. And it's a wonderful card because it just brings in that concept of observing. You see him looking back here, this person, and it's like observing from a different perspective and just seeing that the story that you're creating might not be the story that is really right for you at this time. So it's like surrendering to the energies of being able to create a story from where you are, being able to know that deep down things are going to work out in the way that works best for you. And so when things aren't exactly going to plan in the middle of this epic journey, know that that's because there's divine intervention, and it's just that this is the way it's going to unfold that is best for you. And sometimes when we get so caught up in it being a certain way, we resist the other way it's happening, and therefore nothing really happens. And that's how we can get caught in the journey too, in the middle of the journey too. Let's see what other cards have to say for you. Let's get some more oracle cards for you. I think that's a lot of oracle cards. I'm going to just reshuffle them. See if we can just have a couple more. There's one anyway. And two. I'd love to have a couple of these as well. That one. And that one. Let's see what we've got here. Like I said, with the bee piece, retreat and recharge with the Hermit. I feel like the answers and surrendering and sort of moving into this energy is going to come from just taking a bit of time out and really focusing your energy again, refocusing, recharging, retreating to become clear and get the clarity that these white birds are showing you on this journey. And then you'll see your seeds grow. Then you'll have that spring, that movement. I also hear that perhaps spring is the time that this is going to shift with more momentum. So this is like you have time here to really lean into feeling your best, nurturing yourself. I see 11:11 on the clock, you know, that angel number of just like you're on the right path. And just because it's not unfolding as fast as you'd like, it is unfolding in the right way, and it's unfolding in the right time for you. Time is just a construct. So if you feel like you're running out of time, this is just something that a story you've created about it. The journey, you know, they always talk about the journey is not about the destination, it's about the journey. So it's about being joyful on this journey, even though sometimes it can feel hard to feel joyful. It's so funny what spring than winter. And I think this is just reminding you about taking that wisdom this time in the winter. Like I said, for the Northern Hemisphere, we are in winter. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, perhaps take on the energy of wintering just for a bit of time to just allow yourself to feel that deeply grounded peace and really nourish yourself so you can see your seeds start to grow when it's right, you know, so that you're in alignment with what your desires are. And then we have ancestors and spirit guides. Definitely your journey is deeply, deeply guided. So I want you to really lean into what you want and know that it is unfolding in a way that is right for you, even though your mind may be telling you that it doesn't feel right, that, you know, that it's not working out. You know, the stories that we can create when things are sort of spiraling out of our control, or it feels like we're out of our control. And sometimes that's just about surrendering to the journey and surrendering to it, you not being so focused on the achievement or outcome and just being focused on the now and getting yourself feeling your own strength, your own ability to just move through what's going on. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. Can't decide what deck. I think we'll use this one. Oh, success is coming, that's for sure. Interesting. Any more? Yeah, I feel someone in here. You. Let's see what we've got then. So the Page of Wands leapt out at us. And do you see that forward momentum? The magic is rising. It's and I just feel like this person's just aligned with their path. You know, that's why there's so much light coming to them and swirling around them, because they've taken that time. Because this is the time you take, this Four of Swords, that nurturing your heart, nesting, finding yourself again so that you can find your energy and feel that strength to move forwards on your path. Connect in with the light and the divine inspiration. Everything is unfolding the way it's meant to unfold. You can't force it by thinking. You know, when you get too caught in your head, you don't allow that faith that you can move forwards. It's like when you have all the wisdom, the light bulb moments, you know, when you really tune into your intuition, that's when you get those light bulb moments. You'll get all the wisdom, and then you're able to cross this void that seems so vast into the future that you keep dreaming. There's definitely going to be movement. Interestingly, that's coming over the spring card again. So perhaps springtime. There's going to be forward movement in balance, in alignment. You know, this person is balanced on top of this speeding carriage. It's like to actually move forwards, you need to feel that inner balance. Again, I'm seeing the balance here. There's balance here with the Two of Pentacles. And it feels like perhaps there'll be a choice that comes up as well. With these, the two just makes me feel like there's maybe a choice. And actually, it's like there's no wrong choice. They're both right. They're maybe slightly different, but there's no wrong choice for you. And you will feel it easier when you're connected in with yourself. Not when you use your mind. So if you use your mind to move through this, you're going to feel a real struggle. And I feel like this is like where you're at in your journey, but this is where you could be just free from that thought. So I feel like you get to tune into your heart. Let's see if there's another couple of cards for you. See what's happening for you this week. Oh, there you are. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is like that sense of community, relationships, joy. All the colors are there. It's like all the possibilities are there, and it all comes together. Everything you've ever wanted is going to come together with the 10 of Cups. You're going to feel that sense of accomplishment that you've been wanting. Even if it's not the exact way you thought it would unfold, it is coming, that sense of community, that sense of accomplishment, of everything just merging together in alignment. Reading number 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 2. You chose the card Ruby Throat. Speak, write, create. The world needs to hear your song. And this card is a lot about the throat chakra. And as much as this could be you have a creative endeavor that you haven't been stepping into, it also feels like if you haven't been expressing yourself or expressing your needs, or even just allowing yourself to flow. So even if you've not been journaling to allow you to release your emotions, or, I just feel like you've maybe been a bit clamped up and kind of keeping everything within you. And this card is also inviting you to let that go, to let it out, to write it out, to speak it out, shout it out, go out in nature. It doesn't need to be to someone. It can be to someone, but really it feels like perhaps you have some blockages in your throat where you've been holding on to this energy. And I think when you start to let it go, your throat chakra can start moving again, and that's going to help you to feel so much better. And as for anyone else that is in, or perhaps you are in this place where you're wanting to create something too, this is a good time to do it. When you start expressing yourself, that's when you're going to just feel that that uplifted way. And I feel like what you have to say is important. I feel like you get to express this because it is important. It's going to help people. It's going to help you, It's not, you may think that holding it all in is just keeping everyone safe and keeping you safe, but actually I feel like it's going to help everyone and yourself when you start to express yourself. Now, I did make a little sort of affirmations deck for myself, and just a little, they're not very pretty, but they are what they are, and I just thought I'd draw one of these for you today. Oops, let's see if we can, my hands are a mess. Wow, you got three fell out for you. Interesting. So we have be love, be free, and live from your heart. Wow. So for be love, we have be love, don't get caught up in the heavy emotions of the world, and express yourself as love from your heart. Interesting. So the energy of be love is expressing from your heart, not from the emotions that you've been bottling up, but the real heart of the matter. Be free. You are a limitless, abundant, amazing soul. Don't feel restricted by life. Run free like the animals. Yeah, I feel like that freedom's going to come when you start expressing from your heart. And interestingly, we have live from your heart. Live from your heart. Find your passion and follow it. Breathe into your heart and live by it. Absolutely. So find your passion and follow it. That is 100% something about speaking, writing, creating, and the world needing to hear your song. So lots of love, heart energy, and this is all going to bring that sense of freedom. So if you've been feeling really trapped and restricted, this is going to bring you a sense of freedom. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. And going for 3 from this deck. Let's see what we've got. Interestingly, this came out in reading number 1. We have Swan Spirit Deep Dive. Oh, time for a deep dive. We have Sandpiper Spirit, Be Playful. And we have Snake Spirit, Time to Heal. Wow. Really interesting energies. This deep dive, I can't help but notice the swan is in a nest of flowers that are open. This is about opening your heart and opening your throat so that you can express yourself. You know, the swans, they mate for life. They are that sense of love and devotion. And that can be to other people or animals or to yourself. But I feel like you have this time to take this deep dive so that you can really learn to express yourself and express your needs and live from your heart. Being playful is going to help this. You know, splashing about in the water. It just feels like in your trapped sense within this world right now, you haven't been playful. You haven't been finding the fun in life. You know, you haven't allowed yourself to laugh or feel joy. It almost feels like you are nervous that if you feel joy, it's just going to be further to fall from. So you just kind of kept yourself with all these emotions bottled up and not allowing yourself to play. And when you start moving and playing, dancing, singing, I just feel like it's a real sense of expression. Get your favorite tune on, put it on and just dance without care, you know, and just let all that energy flow. Because it is time to heal these old wounds. It's time to let them go. You know, we've got to shed this old skin, and it doesn't surprise me the snake has come up because we are still in the Chinese animal of the snake right now. We are still shedding that old skin because it's not until February that we switch to the fire horse, which is where we're going to find that passion and that movement forward. You know, that's where that creative energy is really going to start to flow. So it's just, yeah, take this time to just express. Be you, be free. Live from your heart. Let's see what the other cards have to say. One of these ones. Got 3 from this one. We have, yes, this is part of someone's story within this, or a few of your story within this, is Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Those emotions and the things you haven't been saying to stop it being a problem, expressing that in anger and that feeling like you need to make your story be heard to make everything right is not the right path for you. This is about letting go of needing to express your anger in the story or the hurt that you felt because of what other people have done. This is about you really leaning into your heart space and feeling that feeling into just expressing what you need in a really calm way. You know, this is the expressing your throat is not about shouting at other people. If you want to shout and have that time of feeling like you're a victim of something, have that time out in nature and just express it. You know, really just let it all out, and then you'll feel that inner calm. Excuse me. Apparently I needed to sneeze and I didn't have time to pause the video. So just let go of that need to be right. Yeah, express yourself out in nature or somewhere, you know, and then you'll feel that inner calm, and then you'll be able to express your needs in a way that other people are going to be able to take. We also have Shield Maiden, make plans and focus, and Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So make plans and focus is this moving into this creative energy. Once you've expressed yourself, once you've started being playful, once you've shed that old skin and started to move forward, make plans and focus on what you want to create. You know, really just know that you're protected as you move through this energy. And then you'll start to enjoy the rewards of really expressing yourself. Let's see what these cards have to say. Oops. Apparently those two. They were a bit sticky, those, and I think I'm going to get one more. This one. Let's see what we've got then. We have interconnectedness. Yeah. I just feel like if you've been having a struggle with other people in your life or a relationship in your life, that when you become clear with yourself, that's when you're going to be able to create better connections. We have star people, universal knowledge, and we have the witness. I really felt with the witness, I wanted to look in the book, and I want to read from the passage from the book about the witness. The witness has been by your side all along, is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. It couldn't surmise the sense that I get from this reading. You know, I see this eye, like your third eye. It's just like there's so much knowledge coming from you, this universal knowledge on what you want to create. And I just feel like there's just some energies in your way. And when you sit with that and let that go, that's when you can really create what's in front of you in such a balanced way. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. Lots of cards wanting to come out for you. See the bottom one. I thought there was one more. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. I feel like this needs to go next to be free. 8 of Swords. That trapped sense of feeling within you, with not really knowing where to go, what to do, and there's lots of thoughts in your heads, just kind of keeping you tied up. But actually, that's not your reality. Notice this person, I don't know if you can see that because the light's shining out. This person is looking in a mirror. So they're actually free of that. Like I said, you're free of that. Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of passion, connectedness, moving forward. See the fire in her hand. You know, look how connected and joyful and like, yes, she is. You know, and I just feel like it's these juxtaposition of two energies. 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Wonderful. 9 of Pentacles is that new growth. You see all that new growth, the abundance. You know, you're harvesting. It's like, you know, you've created what you wanted to create when you've let go of all the things that have held you back and let go of all the emotions that have held you back. That's when you find your people. You find your sense of place in the world. You know, you find the support that is actually around you because you're expressing your needs. You express what you need. The Hierophant is very much about divine connection, this universal knowledge, these star people, these little steps that you take towards your future. Wow, these cards are amazing. We have the Wheel, which is like the Wheel of Fortune, you know. In balance, you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. The sense of completion, of starting something new with so much light. Only when you dissolve the illusion around you with the Tower. So this sense of being trapped, the sense of what your thoughts are telling you, the sense of needing something to be a certain way, the sense that you need people to understand why you're so upset. Whatever it is that has kind of held you in this space, it's time to dissolve that. Break it all down. Break down that illusion. Dissolve it all, because there's so much good coming into your life when you step into your heart and live from your heart with love in your heart. There's so much freedom for you when you step into that, when you embrace it, when you witness who you truly are. That is when you'll find your movement. So if you're feeling stagnant and stuck, Eight of Wands is a lot about action and movement. So everything's going to start moving forwards and in the right way. But you get to clear your throat chakra. That's where you're at, is just expressing your needs, expressing what you need and getting what you need, but from your heart, not from the wounded emotions that are there, not from the wounded inner child that is there. That's things that you get to heal, not express violently to other people. This is about you finding your inner peace, your inner balance. This is about you really leaning into who you are, taking that deep dive into the energies that have been sitting with you that aren't really yours to carry anymore. Reading number 2. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the card Keen Vision. As you sharpen your focus, the course ahead becomes clear. And I see this beautiful light, like there's light to guide you. But it's your inner light. Perhaps you've been looking for the answers that you need from outside of you. And really, you need to tune into your deeper sense of inner knowing. That's where you're going to find your answers. So if you're feeling like you're like flying in circles, confused, indecisive, like you just don't know what to do, where to turn, you need to stop looking at the problem and you need to go inward and just be with the silence of your own being. That's where the space will come that you will be able to hear and feel into what to do, how to show, where that focus is to go. That's how the course ahead, that's how you'll know which path. I mean, any path's going to take you there, but there's a path that is right for you that you get to step into. But that's only when you really sit with yourself and become clear, and really listen to your own inner knowing. Now, I made some funny little affirmation cards a few weeks ago, so I thought they'd be fun to bring into the reading today. So let's see what we've got. I feel like there's more. Ha! Going crazy, aren't they? Got one more. No, that's you. So we have embrace life's storms. When storms come into your life, play in the snow like a dog. Dance in the rain like the hummingbirds. The storm will pass. Put one foot in front of the other. One step at a time. You will make it through. Embrace life's storms. Put them up there. And then we have be in flow. Be in flow. Don't resist. Surrender and move with grace and ease through your life. Love this. The embrace life's storms. The dancing like the hummingbirds. The reason that I what was it I said? Dance in the rain like the hummingbirds is that when we have big thunderstorms in the summer here and the hummingbirds are here, I noticed that they would come and perch somewhere and let the rain fall on them and preen themselves and just clear all the energy, and they'd actually enjoy being out in that thunderstorm energy in the rain. And it's just like if you've been going through a challenging time and just feel like the storm's never ending, it's because you're resisting. This be in flow with the embrace life storms, you're resisting moving into flow with what is. That thing, you're trying to create something outside of you instead of creating your balance from within, and that allows you to see your path and your way forwards. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. 3 from the stick. Let's see what we've got so far. Interestingly, this came out in reading number 2. We have snake spirit, time to heal. Turn knowledge into wisdom with wolf spirit. And turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Time to let go of the old. Time to shed that old skin. Time to let go of, like, I feel like there's this anger for you about life and the way it's turning out for you right now. And really, the snake wants you to shed that skin. It's an old skin. It's not needed anymore. It's not allowing you to flow. You know, if you imagine a snake that's like holding on to its old skin, it won't be able to slither smoothly and flow wherever it needs to go. It's going to get, it's got rough edges. And I just feel like that's what you get to let go of. Turn the challenge that has gone on into wisdom. Know that these challenges are here to teach you, and sometimes that can make you roll your eyes because, like, I don't want to be in these challenges. I don't need more teaching, but it's to teach you about yourself. And I think what you've lost is that you're looking for the answers to the challenges to your life outside of you. You're hoping that someone's going to save you, or something's going to save you, or something's going to change that's going to help you feel better. But actually, all of that is to come from within, to see any challenges as opportunities. Raising your vibration is so important. And not only giving with gratitude and grace. So it's there's like 2 sort of feelings I get with this card with you, is that with give with gratitude and grace is perhaps you've been stung a lot by people around your life circumstances, and you're finding it hard to give any of your energy, give any of your time freely, without resentment. And this card is really asking you to let go of that, because that's just previous hurts that you haven't let go of, and you get to use that knowledge of what has been and still give. Be kind. You are a kind person. It's just you've been hurt, and you're just finding that balance hard. And actually, when you aren't being kind, I feel like for you it hurts your soul, because it's not who you really are. So give with gratitude and grace. And I also feel like you get to raise your vibration. You've been feeling really low, and you get to feel into the gratitude. So to give, sometimes you want to receive, but sometimes you just need to realize that you already have received. So really make that gratitude list in your head, on a bit of paper. See and feel all the things that you're grateful for from your heart space. And really feel it, and like do that before you get up in the morning. Do it before you go to bed, so you can keep your vibration higher. You're kind of falling into the darkness instead of allowing yourself to grow with the light that is all around you. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Anyone else see wings on this wolf? It's like the fur look like wings around its face. It's like there's an owl knowledge, wisdom coming in there as well. It's really interesting. I love it because the snake's looking backwards, healing the past. This is the now, turning that knowledge into wisdom, and then moving forwards with gratitude and grace. Love it. I feel like there's one more in here. Let's have a look. Here it is. And, oops, I moved my tree. Let's see what we've got here then. Apparently I was pulling all the cards there. This came out in reading number 1, I think, if I remember correctly. Winter, Elder. Lovely cards. Spirit Fox is my favourite card from this deck. Trust your talents in changing times. We have Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. We have Autumn. Release the old and rest. Oh, we have Holy Mountain, and we have the Corn. Beautiful. Lovely story. So, winter, elder, we are, if you're in the northern hemisphere, in our time of wintering. This is our time of introspection. Notice the 3 shadows. I just feel like there's like 3 things that you're just hanging on to that you get to let go of. Acknowledging your shadows, embracing your shadows, understanding that they are part of you. So you just get to shed how they've made you feel and how they've unbalanced you, and then learn from that wisdom. Trust your talents in changing times. So, things are going to start shifting when you start letting go. And it's perhaps that your outer world, there's lots of things changing all the time and it's hard to feel grounded. Trust yourself. You're deeply gifted. You're deeply grounded. You know what serves you. You know how to feel your sense of place in the world. It's just sometimes when things spiral out of control, you lose that inner sense of peace that you are. Like I said, you're gifted. You're incredibly gifted. So transform your way of being so you can unveil who you really are. And it's like this keen vision, this moving into something. It's drawing on your gifts. So if you're extremely empathic and you've had that resentment because you're feeling everyone else's feelings about you, about what's going on, use that gift to help other people, to help yourself, really embrace your gifts instead of resenting them. Release the old unrest. So this time to heal, there's definitely a sense of wintering. You do need to just take some time out to really heal yourself and feel your vibration rising. Like I said, the holy mountain. This is about, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can bring this up and focus. There's a person on top of the mountain here. The holy mountain. Now, mountains have this amazing energy, and native peoples around the earth recognize mountains as places of great power. Where one encounters, they'll say the spirit, goddesses, gods, or your own inner spirit, your own inner knowledge, your own inner knowing, and this is a time, this time to heal, this rest and release, this wintering. This is your time to go on this sort of sacred pilgrimage for yourself, to acquire your own vision and perspective on life, to really move into a new way of feeling and being. Just making the commitment to, like when you climb a mountain, it can feel really hard, especially you getting more tired and getting towards the top. So just really lean into the energy of courage and love and compassion until you see the clarity of everything that's unfolding in front of you. The corn, what a wonderful card to come here in this reading. This is your future point in this reading, and the corn is the card of harvest. You've sowed your seeds, you've created the focus, you've sharpened your focus, you have stepped onto the path, and then you are reaping the rewards. You're gaining the harvest from it. You're feeling, this corn is such a sunshine crop, it loves a lot of sunshine to grow, and I feel like it just means there's going to be a lot of light in your life when you just let go of everything that is not serving you anymore, when you accept who you are and embrace your own gifts. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. See that one there? Is there any more? The bottom one. And that one. Go from there. Got quite a good pile of cards here for you. Oops. Okay, we have the World. that completion, like the corn is suggesting, that completion. Look at the light and delight in this person here. The world is your oyster. You can have anything you want. This is you releasing that old skin, that judgment, you know, that resentment, that sense of whatever things have made you feel. This is you releasing it and being free, being in flow with the light. Queen of Pentacles, that deep. I feel like this is you with your gifts. Sitting with your gifts. Sitting with who you really are. Sitting with yourself in earth, in Mother Nature, and just believing in who you are. There's that new horizon. Whoops. She's just waiting for the wave. She knows where she's going. She's just waiting for the wave. You know, if you think of the surfers, they have that keen vision. They're looking at the ocean and they're looking for that perfect wave. And then they'll paddle out and go and ride it. And sometimes it doesn't work out. But then they'll try again, you know. And I just feel like that new horizon's there for you. There's so much abundance coming to you with the Knight of Pentacles. It's just flowing. There's so much abundance flowing. And, you know, you're just stepping into that new future. Page of Cups. Your dreams can come true, whatever they are. The pigs are flying. You know, there's like so much potential that anything could happen. With the Four of Wands, you're celebrating success, but you're celebrating it with other people too. You're not alone in this journey and you're celebrating it with other people. Just watch that your own thoughts and your own feelings and your own perspective and perception of the way life has been doesn't betray you. That you're not listening to the voice that is no longer helping you. That you're not moving into this future in sort of the movement is not in that angry movement. It's actually moving in flow. I just feel like this card it's like it wants to remind you, the card wants to remind you to move in flow. Don't let the negative thoughts or the stories that you're creating around things that have happened, don't let them resurface as you start to celebrate your success. You know, it's very easy to just, your subconscious to protect you. You get used to feeling the way you've been feeling. And so sometimes it can feel like your subconscious betrays you because it tries to keep you safe. And so when you're starting to celebrate and actually feel better, your subconscious will be like, oh no, what about this? What about that? What about this? And sort of bring you back down. And you must watch out for that. It's really important that you watch out for that. Don't betray yourself. Be completely at one and in flow with your emotions. And when you feel that deep, connected, centered energy around your emotions, then this will not happen. You will hear it, you'll see it for what it is and let it go. Reading number 3. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me.